My name is Clyde Libamila. I am a graduate civil engineer. I've been residing in Bungoma County for over 2 decades. My parents resided in Bungoma County as well. May they rest in peace. Their home, my home, is where we are seated right now. This place is called Sinoko. It's relatively rural with lots of settlements, and population has been growing here rapidly for that matter. Because when we first settled here and compared to this moment, it's so much growth in terms of population. We are a family of 4 boys, so I'd say it's a good thing that my parents were enabled to at least get a place to build a home for their children, so to say. Because me, my family, and people who would stay here, at least they'll have access to water. We access water from a borehole we have in our compound. This is me talking about the basic things one would want access to. We grow our own vegetables, organically, just from compost manure in our compound. There's spinaches, kales, spices like coriander. We do onions, sometimes we do tomatoes. In the small spaces we have creatively, we can grow food. It's not a very big space, like I said, it's next to a town. But that small space can be able to partially sustain a small family. Something interesting, I used to do so many flowers around here when I was a kid. And I think I've had a passion for conservation. I would say I'm a conservationist. So my passion for conservation of the environment has led me to discover and learn a lot. This compound now has a perimeter wall around it. Before that, we had just a barbed wire fence and a live fence. Our neighbors' compost, where they used to throw their trash, was bordering us. They dumped a lot there. I think all their waste was being dumped there. It could spill into our home. So we did the perimeter wall. Of course, I'm the one who supervised the work. After doing the perimeter wall, there was so much trash on our side. You can imagine how fertile the soil there was, because this is kitchen waste, rotten kitchen waste, fermented kitchen waste. There is a very big problem of waste management. It's actually one of the best opportunities young people have. And I think most of us are doing that, managing waste, trying to mitigate climatic hazards. We thought we can really help the world in managing waste. So we started collecting particular waste. That was about 4 people. We collected used milk packets, a very good number of them. There was a laggard tree around where that trash was being dumped at. So we filled so many milk packets with soil from there and did seedlings there, selling them and giving them out to anyone who would be interested in growing them. Because for me, the goal was, one, clearing that place, and it feels very good when you kill many birds with a stone. It brings efficiency. So we did that, but that pile of soil was so much. Aside from this, there is a small space just outside here. We thought we could expand our gardening towards that space. It was also unused by then. Mom would do some little maize there, some veggies there at times. But also being a career woman, she wouldn't have so much time to do such things at home. We talked about some things that we can actually produce food for ourselves and for other people. Then we came up with an idea. We now found cement bags and mixed that manure with the soil that was there, filled the cement bags. Now this time we could do crops like tomatoes in those cement bags. Immediately at the same time, we thought we could do conical gardens. We used polythene papers, PVC, and we thought we can increase utilization of our space. We did a good number of conical gardens in a small space. We planted spinaches there and they did very well, as you can see. So we had vegetables on the conical gardens, tomatoes in the cement bags, having seedlings in waste pepper, changing crops, being capsicum after tomato, trying out kales, coriander. We have tried about every crop you'd think of. Just about the same time, we did some shade, just with round poles, timber poles, and polythene paper on top. covering whatever we were growing. We could protect our crops from adverse weather conditions. And it made a difference. That's when we saw that we can actually employ techniques in agriculture, in farming. So we did that and we ate the veggies. Neighbors see that, people passing by see that, they want some. We started selling to them. People hear about it, people come, people hear about the technique. They want to come see your conical gardens, your grow bags. We are Africans, and that's why we are looking for African solutions to African problems. We are not depending on the solutions that have worked elsewhere and on people telling us what we are supposed to do. We are looking at our problems and we are solving them one by one. For places like where we are right now, for the past, say, 20 years and the coming 30 years, it will be an ideal place to live because here we eat our own food. We can eat our vegetables. We keep chicken. Of course, we wanted to keep the chicken for sale, but again, we learned that to do poultry business, we have to do large numbers of birds. That's why it can be ideal for people in value chains like poultry, for them to work together, so that if I can keep 100 chicken, my neighbor can keep 100, maybe 10 people, then we have 1,000. It's easier for us to secure a market. You can be able to supply maybe a restaurant consistently. So we keep bunnies, we keep rabbits. We can eat our own food for long periods of time, just depending on how much we have. We have lots of fruits here, lagward fruit trees. We even have a guava tree right at the gate. Kids love these fruits. Children around the community come here during seasons to eat the guavas, lagwards right here, raspberries. We have avocado trees. It's an ideal way to live. It even feels like a getaway place, We should look forward to living in such ways. And it's very possible. You don't need to have very big space or to do fancy things. You can have your 3 stems of tomato, bulb onions there, your own coriander, like the things you use mostly. You'll be getting food that you can trust. You feed your food, garbage in, garbage out. You'll be eating what you're growing. You'll be, of course, saving on costs. You'll be, very importantly, being part of conserving the environment, cutting on carbon emission, reducing the food that is being transported towards you and the people around you. From my observation, Africanism has clearly been so much affected by Westernism, by the Western culture. We read in history books, we even see that in rural areas, people living as communities. This has been affected so much by urbanization. People are no longer able to live in communities, have self-sustainable homes, as we know it was the case earlier. That's why my mind is so much in urban planning. I'd really want to do urban planning for even a country like Kenya. I'm sure there is a plan already. Might really want to be part of that plan or part of reviewing that so that we can really be mindful of where and how we put up infrastructure, where we build houses, how we build houses, so that we can make very good use of the limited space we have. Good planning is very essential. If we go the way we are going, especially in our cities, in not very many years we'll be facing very big problems, because shelter is a basic human need. And people are going to construct houses. And if we don't plan it well, we are still going to face the problems we are looking at. If we don't work on them, they'll end up being very costly for our grandchildren and they'll curse us.